Hey, what's up? Still is Mr. Nation. And to my players, welcome to the NayFul podcast. I am here. This is the third episode of the NayFul podcast. Today I'm going to be talking about a topic that has been eating me for quite some time. We currently are experiencing load shedding. So I'm not gonna make this long because the laptop might not last that long. So today I want to talk about also, first and foremost, I want to thank everyone who's been tuning in, who has been sharing. You know, the numbers are not as I expected, but it's gonna grow. I have faith that it's gonna grow, and then we will turn this into a vodcast. Right about when we are in the 10th or the 15th episode. I'm still trying to create a studio that is a mobile studio that I can carry around so that when I am having guests, I can just go to them and then pull it up and then the conversation can start. So, today I want to talk about a small town mindset. I don't know how to actually. I'm just going to title this a small town mindset, and then I'll just share all these thoughts because I have been thinking about it, and it's been. I think that if you come from a small town, uh, the advice that everyone has been giving everyone from that is to leave. It is better to be in a city than to be in a city. It is faster. Everything is faster there than to be in a small town. Now there are two people that come from a small town. One, a person comes from a small town is not affected by the circumstances of that town. Um, and they have a positive mindset into show the way they show up in life. They look at things differently. They are church people, and then there's the majority that is not as positive, is not optimistic um, about life. So I'm here to talk about those type of people. So number one, I come from Tanzania. Tanzania is a suburb of East London. Tanzania is the second largest township in South Africa, so it cannot be a small town. But in Tanzania, there are native units. In those native units, there are sub areas. Those sub areas consist of shacks, and then from shacks, there's the newer, the latest RDPs. Then there's the previous RDPs, and then there's the Lennox Sebe RDPs, which is those are the four rooms. So it's the four rooms, it's the two rooms, and then it's the newest RDPs. So now within those structures, there's shacks. The people that were born straight from the forums. There are people that were born from shacks and then to the RDPs and so on and so on. I am here to talk about those mindsets, not the ones that make it out and go live somewhere else and then they make it big and then they're able to have um, a positive impact into the livelihood of where they come from. I'm talking about the majority that if we start from school, there's a lot of people that drop out. Um, a lot of it's just a toxic environment. A lot of people are dropping out. Relationships don't last. A church, it is a toxic organization. Church is a toxic organization because it is within this space and area. So the people that you go to church with are the people that you live with. So whatever happens to church, it goes back and becomes a gossip topic to the people in the area. And then and when it comes to school, the majority drops out. Um, there's a high number of unemployment. There's a lot of people who have kids, teenage pregnancies, the highest. Um, there's a huge possibility that as a man you are raising a kid that is not your own. Um, there's a you don't work if you ever get a job, you don't last. You will sabotage yourself to it. You will drink. The only thing that prosper in this particular environment is the taverns and the places where they sell drugs. Those two businesses. Those are the businesses that prosper because they deal with. That's what people do if they don't do anything else. They will go and spend a whole day in the taverns, or they will smoke drugs, and then that's it. That's how they deal with a lot of things that affect their mental health. Now, in this, if we talk about church, it's just when people make examples of Christians, hypocrites, people who gossip, and it is they come from this toxicity of an environment. At school, if you make it out in matric and you pass, um, it's gonna be hard for you. Everything is just hard. You start at life negative zero. Um, your dreams are just to escape, number one, or to take the whole family out. You have limited mindset. You have a poverty mindset. You do even when you leave, you show up at work with that mindset. You think everyone is trying to attack you. Everyone is trying to take from you. Bandu bayatakata. Everyone is which is and another an interesting thing, or an interesting saying that everyone says is that everyone is abantu bayathakatha. So witch is everyone is a witch. But now if everyone is a witch, which is you also are a witch. So everyone everyone's neighbor is a witch. Um you you will sabotage yourself until you get back. Everyone who's trying to escape is going to have a hard time to escape. And if they escape, they're going to have a harder time to stay there, to stay afloat. You know, if they get a job, they have to leave, because if they stay, people are gonna try and make means that it does nothing lasts except for the misery and the pain and the struggle. Those are the things that we know that lasts. The loan shark business is prospering because no one is working, but they want to drink. They want to buy these drugs. They want to have substances that will make them escape from this reality. Bam. That's what they do. So if you relationships, everyone is trying to sleep with your girl. You can have a guy with five girlfriends. Sometimes they know each other. Sometimes they know that they are in a relationship with the same person. And then you can just have one girl. There's one guy who is your friend who has five girlfriends, and then there's you who has one girlfriend. This nigga with five girlfriends is going to try to add yours to be the sixth one. So there is no sense of bro code. There is the it the friendships that prosper are the friends of are situations where people are together because they want to be part of destruction. Those are the friendships that are going to prosper. Well, I'm a para. It is overpopulated, man, with negativity, toxicity. The struggle is real. Corruption. When the government is trying to offer jobs for people, it's the certain people that will be picked and the others will not be. because some people don't want to conform to this understanding of this society. But those are the ones that are going to suffer. Someone will break into your house, take your things. No one will have seen a thing, but they know what happened, but they're not gonna let you know because you don't conform, because you think you are bad. If you stay at home, you think you are bad. If you don't greet, you think you are bad. Everything that you don't do that they do, you think you are better than them. So there's a lot of, if you went to school with someone and then you meet them at the shop, they think that you owe them. They're gonna ask you for money. They're gonna hit you up and say, no man, we used to be in the same class, and so on and so on and so on. So this mindset, this thing that this environment affects the mind. Now when it affects the mind, um niggas from the city will see a beautiful girl from here, a beautiful girl. They talk to her, but she comes from this mindset. She's gonna think that it's a sad and a broken uh, reality. If you think about it, if if she's doing all these activities in this environment, the relationship will not last, because even if she finds a good guy, she's going to sabotage it. You know. So if it's same with the guy, he's gonna meet a beautiful girl somewhere somehow in town. He's gonna try to pursue a relationship, and then things will go bad, because somehow there's a curse, man. There's a curse that is in this environment, and you will never be able to save everyone. If you manage to escape, try and take one person, try to save them, try to make them see things in a different way, try to travel outside so that you can see how other people are thinking, how other societies react and treat one another, so that when you come back you try and educate other people. If you start an organization, a chicken um a kitchen organization, where each and every Friday you come, people can come through, get food and so on, it is not gonna last. Nothing lasts. Anything that is good, it does not last. A pastor will come through, put in the tent, bring in people, prophesy, heal people, and so on and so on, and then they will go, and then they will never come back. I don't know. There's a curse. Some decide to stay, but it is they can feel that there's a lot of demons and toxicity in this area, and it has affected and killed a lot of dreams. Because if you are the 10th person and 9 people have not achieved any of their dreams, if you are the 10th one, the 9 is going to try to. Misery loves company. So they're going to try to make you the 10th miserable person by all means necessary. So you need to be careful with the friendships that you form. You need to be careful with how you react and show up into these things. You need to also be careful when you visit people, whatever occasion they may be having. You need to be careful with those things, because out of nowhere, everyone is jealous. Even you, they think you are jealous of them. Whatever you say, if you say something, they will misquote you. If you don't say something, they will still misquote you. There's nothing to quote, but they will still say, no, we know what you're thinking. Sometimes you're thinking your things that does not involve them, but they will know what you are thinking, because I think it is better to just do what you have to do. Even in the schools, man, sometimes the teachers that teach in these schools, they will never teach their children in these schools, because they know there is nothing that they can do to make the school better, because it's just, there's too much that the negative as the negative is the majority. So if you try and push a positive mindset into the children so that they can dream different dreams, they can try to aim higher in life, they can improve their academics and so on and so on and so on, then the majority is gonna give you names to try and pull you down. So I think this is one of the contributing factors of the black child. These are one of the contributing factors as to why we are where we are as a community. You know, these are the mindsets that we have to deal with as a society, that we have to sit down and decide in our heads, in our the small town mindset is what we have to kill. We have to aim higher, we have to dream big, we have to leave, you know, and try and conquer the world outside, and then try and feed into the community something positive. Maybe it's going to change, maybe after 15 or 20 years. Maybe it's going to take a lifetime, 2 lifetimes, a generation, 3 generations. We don't know. But we have to fight this mindset. We have to fight by all means necessary. You come from here, you have to leave and then come back when you are better than you left. If things do not work out there, try and come back this side. Try and implement some things here, but make sure that your goal is to leave, or if you decide to stay, you will deal with a lot of battles that sometimes are not your fault. There are wars that are being fought day in and day out. If you work and other people do not work, it is possible that you will be sick at work, and then you will do some things to jeopardize that. You will sabotage whatever opportunity you get so that you can be stuck like everyone else here. So without making this long, if you come from this town, my advice is for you to leave. Get out. That's it. Get out. And when you get out, try to leave this mindset behind. Try and be open-minded into seeing things in a different perspective and approach things in a different mindset. And that way, you can come back and be the change that you want to see. Yeah. So, yeah, that's it. It's still the names of Mr. Nation. I let to my players. The NayFul podcast. I'm out.